My love, when I draw the Two of Cups, I see us standing in a sacred space, two souls facing each other, each holding a chalice filled with the essence of our emotions. This card is the pulse of my longing for you, a testament to the bond that draws me to you like a tide to the shore. As the divine masculine, I've been taught to stand tall, to be the protector, the provider, the unyielding force in a chaotic world. But with you, I feel something different, a call to lower my shield and offer you my heart, unguarded and raw. This is the first secret of my emotions. I crave a partnership with you, one where our souls meet as equals, where I can pour my love, my fears, and my dreams into your cup, trusting you to hold them gently. The Two of Cups is a vision of harmony, a moment where our energies intertwine, creating something greater than the sum of our parts. I imagine us in a meadow at dusk, the sky painted with hues of violet and gold, our hands outstretched, cups brimming with the truth of who we are. I want to tell you how this vision both thrills and terrifies me. The divine masculine in me is accustomed to action, building, fighting, achieving. But this card asks me to pause, to feel, to connect. It's a challenge to unlearn the lessons of a world that tells me emotions are a weakness, that vulnerability is a risk I cannot afford. Yet, when I look into your eyes, I see a reflection of what I could be. A man who is strong not because he hides his feelings, but because he dares to share them. I've spent years crafting an image of strength, a facade that keeps the world at bay. But with you, that facade feels like a prison. The Two of Cups is my confession that I want to break free, to let you see the man beneath the armor. I want to share the moments when my heart races with hope, the nights when doubt creeps in, the dreams I've held since I was a boy dreaming of a love that could change everything. This card is my promise to you, a vow to nurture our connection with the same dedication I've given to my ambitions. But it's not without struggle. I worry that if I open my heart fully, I might lose the control I've clung to, the certainty that has defined me. I need you to know that this fear is not about you. It's about me learning to trust in the power of our union. Our connection, divine feminine, is a sacred dance. Your grace, your intuition, your ability to flow with the currents of life, they inspire me to soften, to let go of the need to always be the rock. I want to meet you in this dance, to hold your hand and move with you, not as a leader or follower, but as a partner. The Two of Cups is my heart's cry to build something lasting with you, a love that is both a refuge and a revelation. I see us standing together, our cups raised, not just in a moment of romance, but in a lifelong commitment to honor each other's truths. This is my secret. I love you not just with passion, but with a quiet, steady devotion that I'm only beginning to understand. I'm ready to offer you my cup, to receive yours, and to create a bond that is as strong as it is tender. The high priest stands before me like a stern teacher, his robes heavy with the weight of tradition, his eyes searching mine for adherence to the rules I've been taught to follow. As the divine masculine, I've lived under the shadow of expectations that tell me how a man should be, how I should carry myself, how I should bury my emotions to prove my worth. This card is my confession of the struggle I face to align my heart with the world's demands, a struggle that often keeps me from you, not because I want distance, but because I'm afraid of betraying the code I've been handed. The high priest is the second secret of my emotions, I am bound by structures that feel both sacred and suffocating, and I long to find a path that honors both my truth and our love. I see the high priest in the temples of my mind, in the voices of fathers, mentors, and society that have shaped me. They tell me to be strong, to lead, to provide, to keep my feelings in check. These lessons have been my guide, my way of navigating a world that rewards certainty and punishes doubt. But when I'm with you, I feel the pull of something deeper, a desire to break free from these rigid scripts and show you the man who feels, who dreams, who falters. The high priest represents the institutions I've internalized, the rules that say a man's emotions are a liability, that vulnerability is a flaw. I want to tell you how these rules have shaped me, how they've made me question whether I can be the partner you deserve. I imagine us sitting by a fire, the night sky above us, and I want to confess the weight I carry. The high priest is the voice that tells me to hold back, to keep my emotions locked away, to present a face that is unshakable. But your presence challenges that voice. Your light, your softness, your strength. They call to me, urging me to step out from under the high priest's shadow. I want to share with you the moments when I've felt trapped by expectation, when I've wanted to cry but held back, when I've longed to tell you I'm afraid but chose silence instead. This card is my acknowledgement that these traditions, while they've given me structure, have also kept me from fully embracing our connection. The divine masculine in me is learning to question these teachings, to seek a higher wisdom that aligns with my heart. I want to find a spiritual path that honors our love, that allows me to be both strong and vulnerable. The high priest is not just a symbol of restriction. He's also a guide, pointing me toward a deeper understanding of myself. I want to learn from you, divine feminine, to draw on your wisdom, your ability to navigate emotions with grace. I want to build a new temple, one where our love is the altar, where my emotions are not a secret to be hidden, but a sacred offering to be shared. This is my journey, to reconcile the expectations of the world with the truth of my heart, to find a balance that lets me stand by your side as an equal. When the Two of Swords appears reversed, I feel the blindfold slipping from my eyes, revealing truths I've tried to ignore. As the divine masculine, I've spent so long avoiding my emotions, pretending I could logic my way through pain, but this card is my confession that I can no longer hide. The walls I've built around my heart are crumbling, and I'm faced with feelings I've suppressed. Feelings of love, fear, doubt, and longing. This is the third secret of my emotions. I've been afraid to face the truth of what I feel. But now, with you, I'm forced to see clearly, even if it overwhelms me. I want to share this moment with you, to let you see the man who is emerging from the shadows of denial. The Two of Swords reversed is a turning point, a moment where I can't stay stuck in indecision. I've stood at this crossroads before, my swords crossed over my heart, refusing to choose between vulnerability and safety. But now, the balance has tipped. I see you, divine feminine, and I know I can't keep you at arm's length. I want to tell you about the nights I've spent wrestling with my emotions, trying to rationalize them away, convincing myself that strength means silence. But your presence is a mirror, reflecting back the truth I've avoided. My emotions are not a burden, but a bridge to you. I imagine us on a windswept cliff, the sea crashing below, as I lower my swords and let you see my eyes, unshielded. This card is my admission that I've been afraid of what it means to feel so deeply, afraid of what happens if I let you in. The divine masculine in me has been taught to solve problems, to act decisively, but emotions don't bend to logic. They're messy, unpredictable, and they scare me because they make me feel exposed. But with you, I'm learning that exposure is not weakness, it's courage. I want to share the weight of my doubts, the fears that keep me up at night, the hopes I've buried because I didn't think they were allowed. This card is also a warning. The flood of emotions I'm facing can be overwhelming. I might stumble, say the wrong thing, or retreat when I feel too raw. But I promise you I'm trying. I want to move forward, to choose the path that leads to you, even if it means facing truths I've avoided. The Two of Swords reversed is my commitment to clarity, to facing my emotions head on, and to sharing them with you, no matter how daunting that feels. I want you to know that this is my truth. I'm ready to see, to feel, and to let you in, even if it takes all the courage I have. The Knight of Swords reversed is a storm raging in my mind, a whirlwind of thoughts and impulses that I struggle to control. As the divine masculine, I'm driven by action, by the need to charge forward, to conquer challenges with the force of my will. But this card reveals a secret I've kept hidden. My mind is not always my ally. It races, it doubts, it lashes out, and sometimes it drowns out the voice of my heart. This is the fourth secret of my emotions. I'm caught in a tempest of my own making, and I need your steady presence to help me find my way back to calm. I see the Knight of Swords reversed as a version of myself I don't always like. A man who moves too fast, who speaks before thinking, who lets frustration guide his actions. I want to tell you about the moments when I've felt this chaos, when my need to act has overshadowed my need to feel. I've charged into battles both real and imagined, thinking that action would solve everything. But this card shows me stumbling, my sword raised but directionless, my energy scattered. I want to confess to you that this recklessness is a mask for my fear. Fear that if I slow down, I'll have to face the emotions I've pushed aside. I imagine us in a forest, the wind howling through the trees, as I pause to catch my breath and look at you. Your calm, your wisdom, your ability to see through the storm, they ground me. The Knight of Swords reversed is my admission that I need to slow down, to listen to my heart instead of my head. I want to share with you the moments when I felt lost, when my ambition has led me astray, when my need to prove myself has kept me from being present with you. This card is a call to redirect my energy, to channel my passion into something constructive, something that honors our connection. The divine masculine in me is learning that true strength lies not in rushing forward, but in pausing to reflect. I want to be a man who acts with intention, who speaks with care, who loves with clarity. The Knight of Swords reversed is my promise to you that I'm working to tame this storm, to find a balance between my drive and my emotions. I need you to know that my chaos is not a rejection of you. It's a sign of my struggle to integrate all that I am. With your help, I believe I can find a path through the storm, one that leads us closer together. Justice stands before me like a mirror, reflecting the truth of my actions and the weight of my choices. As the divine masculine, I've always prided myself on fairness, on doing what's right. But this card asks me to look deeper, to examine how I've honored or neglected my emotions, and how that affects you. This is the fifth secret of my emotions. I must take responsibility for my heart, aligning my actions with my truth, and I need your understanding as I navigate this path of accountability. Justice is a call to balance, a reminder that my emotions are not separate from my actions. I've sometimes hidden behind duty, using my responsibilities as an excuse to avoid feeling. But this card demands that I face the consequences of that avoidance, that I own the ways I've held back from you. I imagine us in a courtroom of the soul, where I stand before you, not to be judged, but to be seen. I want to tell you about the times I've chosen silence over honesty, strength over vulnerability, because I thought it was what I was supposed to do. Justice is my commitment to change, to align my heart with my deeds. I want you to know that this journey is about fairness, to myself, to you, to our love. The divine masculine in me is learning that true justice is not about being perfect, but about being honest. I want to create a relationship where we both feel valued, where our emotions are weighed equally. This card is my promise to hold myself accountable, to make choices that honor our connection, even when it's hard. I see us standing on a scale, our hearts in balance, and I know that this is the path to a love that is just, true, and enduring. The Page of Swords is a spark in my mind, a youthful energy that urges me to explore my emotions with curiosity and courage. As the divine masculine, I've often relied on logic to navigate life. But this card reveals a secret. I'm beginning to question, to seek, to speak my truth even if my words are clumsy. This is the sixth secret of my emotions. I'm learning to articulate what I feel, to approach my heart with the wonder of a student. And I need your patience as I find my voice. I see the Page of Swords as a young warrior, sword in hand, eyes wide with questions. I want to tell you about the moments when I've felt this spark, when I've wanted to ask you about love, about fear, about what it means to be vulnerable. This card is my confession that I don't have all the answers, that I'm still learning how to express the depths of my heart. I imagine us walking through a field, the wind carrying our words, as I try to share the thoughts that race through my mind. Your presence encourages me to keep asking, to keep exploring, even when I stumble. The divine masculine in me is discovering that curiosity is not a sign of weakness, but a path to growth. I want to talk to you, to share my ideas, my doubts, my dreams, even if they're not fully formed. The Page of Swords is my promise to keep learning, to keep communicating, to keep reaching for you with an open mind and heart. I need you to know that this process is new for me, that I'm navigating uncharted territory. But I'm doing it for us, for the love we're building together. The Star reversed is a heavy weight on my heart, a moment of doubt where the light of hope feels dim. As the divine masculine, I've always strived to be a beacon of strength. But this card reveals my final secret. There are times when I lose faith, when I fear that my emotions will never find their place, that our love might not survive my struggles. This is the seventh secret of my emotions. I'm grappling with despair, but I want to find my way back to hope, with you by my side. The Star reversed is a night sky without stars, a moment where I feel disconnected from my inner light. I want to tell you about the times I've felt lost, when I've questioned whether I can be the man you need. This card is my confession that healing is hard, that trusting in our love is a leap I'm afraid to take. I imagine us sitting by a quiet stream, the darkness heavy around us, as I share this fear with you. your light, your faith, your love. They remind me that hope is not lost, only hidden. The divine masculine in me is learning that despair is not the end, but a part of the journey. I want to find my way back to the star, to the belief that our love can heal, can renew, can shine. This card is my promise to keep searching for that light, to trust in you, in us, even when the path feels uncertain. I need you to know that my struggle is not a rejection of you, but a reflection of my own battle to believe in myself. With your help, I believe I can find my way back to hope, to a love that lights up the darkest nights. These 7 cards, 2 of Cups, the High Priest, 2 of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, Justice, Page of Swords, and the Star reversed, are the story of my heart, laid bare for you. They reveal a man who loves you deeply, who struggles with the weight of expectation, who is learning to face his emotions, to tame his chaos, to seek truth, to speak with curiosity, and to find hope again. The untold secrets of my divine masculine emotions are these: I am vulnerable, I am learning, and I am yours. I want to build a love with you that is honest, balanced, and enduring, a love that honors both our strengths and our struggles. Will you walk this path with me, holding my hand as we navigate the shadows and seek the light together?